Hello, Aquarius, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you're having a great day. This will be your weekly reading for the week of October 19th through the 25th. And during that time, we'll have a few different moon energies. The first is the waning crescent, which is a time of surrender, rest, and healing, a time to just fully let go and get yourself rested up for the new cycle, which begins on the new moon on the 22nd or 21st and 22nd, thereabouts. Of course, the new moon is about a fresh start, new beginnings, time to start new projects. Think about what you want to work on this month, whether it be, your inner world or your outer world. What new things do you want to try to work on and do? And then the waxing crescent is a time of heightened awareness and a good time to buckle down and really get to work on those new things that you've decided on. So keep those moon energies in mind as we move through the week. This will be an intuitive general reading for energies that you may or may not encounter, Aquarius. So, as always, please take what resonates and leave what doesn't on the table for someone else. And your overall message for this reading from the Moonology deck is, what do you need to release? And of course, the first part of this cycle is definitely about release. So, good time to think about that. What is it that you need to let go of right now? As I'm shuffling the tarot, I would like to say that my fun weekly reminder this week is that you notice the world around you today when it comes to synchronicities. So this could be, animals that you see that you don't normally see. This could be numbers that you're seeing or number patterns. This might be, a song that you overhear or a conversation that you overhear that maybe you're not even a part of. This could be signs, literal signs, something on a billboard, something on a bumper sticker. So the universe likes to speak to us in different and fun ways. So when you're open to that, it's like a whole other world opens up. If you're not seeing those synchronicities, it's a good time to try to start paying attention to those. So that is just my fun, unique reminder. And we've got a card flying out. So we will take that for your overall energy card. And without further ado, we'll get into this reading. Aquarius, October 19th through the 25th. What do you need to release? And of course, this card popped out first. Oh, we've got a couple. We will take them. This Hermit card first. So you need to release something, but it looks like you do need to kind of go within and do some sort of inner searching and probably figure out what that is that you're needing to release. So, being in hermit mode again for the first part of this week, and maybe even through the new moon, probably not a bad idea for you. It's okay to just kind of, get quiet, and you don't have to be super social if you can avoid that, and just kind of go in and really put some thought into where you are right now and where you're headed and what you need to work on in your life. Like I said, both in your inner and outer world. The hermit is full of all that inner wisdom. Sometimes you just need to quiet down and find the time to go within to find those answers for yourself. All right, your current situation is the Page of Pentacles. So it could be that your job situation has recently changed, or your living situation has recently changed. So it looks like you're on some sort of new path, where the material world is concerned. This could be something, new with money, again, new with job, new with your living situation. I mean, it could be something as big as a job change, and as small as you change the layout of you change how the furniture is in your bedroom. It's just new. It's a new material way to be. And that's just kind of the energy that you're sitting in right now. Your current situation, at the root of this situation, is the Ace of Swords. So you've had some sort of mental breakthrough recently, some sort of aha moment that again has caused you to kind of take a new path. It's causing you to go within, but it's also causing you to take a new path in the material type realm. So, think about recently what those aha moments are, and what has changed. Maybe it's making you want to go within and make changes when it comes to this new moon, and you want to make changes for the positive in the next coming cycle. So in your recent past is the moon card, which I feel like has almost been in every single reading I've done for this time period right now, for this week. So this is about mystery. This is also about using your intuition and listening to your intuition, but also about things that are just uncovered in the night. Like if you have a dream that sort of thing. So it looks like there's been maybe something in your recent past that was, you know, intuitive. It came to you. You weren't really quite sure why, but you're pondering things now. It's at least making you think. It's been a catalyst. You know, it might have been the catalyst for this this Ace of Swords, this big idea that you're having, you know. But it seems like some sort of change catalyst for you, and you're trying to just figure out exactly what it is that, you know, how you want to move forward with this information. What is on your mind this week is the Ace of Pentacles. So wow, aces below you and above you. So this is a lot of change that you're thinking about. You know, this Ace of Pentacles is usually, it is a new financial opportunity typically. So this could be a new job. You know, the page is definitely a new thing. This is or, you know, learning to manage that new thing. So again, this could be that you've just moved recently. For some of you, you might have changed jobs, or it might be as simple as, like I said, you rearrange some furniture in your realm. So you're learning how to just navigate that. But it seems like you do need to release something, which is going to be kind of the key to your success. Once you release this thing, and it could be something, you know, for some reason I'm getting something having to do with being confident, that you need to be more confident in this new role, that this new area that you're kind of venturing into. So let's maybe try to work on that confidence a little bit. What is just ahead of you this week is the Lovers card. So looks like you may have you know, you may have someone else that you're bouncing things off of. This could be, you know, of course, in some sort of romantic relationship that you're involved with, that you're going to bounce off these aha moments that you're having, you know, this mental breakthrough that you're having, and also this material breakthrough. Like I said, with the new job, you may be wanting to bounce that off with your partner, you know, just kind of get their feel for what it is you're changing and doing, and get their advice, really. So in your advice position is the Knight of Cups. So yeah, that would be, you know, let's move forward with kind of that open cup in a nice steady way, but, you know, with your emotions, that it's okay to be a little bit vulnerable and open. Probably that is with your partner, to say, you know, hey, do you think I'm making the right decision? Kind of get their take on things. You know, I'm sure you're with this person because you trust their opinion, and it seems like you're definitely being pointed to ask their opinion on some things that you're going through right now, and let them help you. You know, allow them to get in there and help you. What is beyond your control this week? Yeah, two is the Two of Cups here. So it is a coming together. So we've got, you know, this couple here, this couple here. You know, you're definitely being told to rely on that couplehood for you know, for support, for like emotional support. Even though you're kind of hermiting and you're going within, you know, you need to peek out every once in a while, at least to talk to your partner and let them know what you're going through. Hey, you know, here's this thing, and what do you think? You know, and just at least open up those conversations. What is your secret desire, or what you're trying to avoid, is the Justice card. So, you know, is it your secret desire to get to the bottom of something and get a truth about something? You know, this is about it is about truth, but it's also about order and you know, equilibrium, you know, things being fair. uh so you need to ask yourself, this will be a big question, is, do you want to hear the truth? And this could be from this partner that you're asking, or are you trying to avoid the truth? That'll be your big question. And there's no right answer there. For some of you, you want the truth. For some of you, you don't quite want the truth yet. And that's fine. It's just kind of where you are, and figure out what, you know, how are you personally going to answer that question. um, and that'll lead you to your outcome here, which is the World card, which is awesome. This is the very end of the Fool's journey. This is perfect balance. This is feeling like things are in harmony. So I think, you know, whatever questions you're having this week, you're going about it in the right way. I feel like, you know, talking to your partner about these things, about, you know, things that are in your head or ideas that you're having, and also about, you know, these material things when it comes to job and where you're living. So you need to release something, you need to let go of something, but you also need to listen to your intuition that's telling you something. You're going within and you're trying to do that. So make sure, like I said, that you allow that hermit mode time, but not so much that you're shutting your partner out. At least, you know, at least let your partner in and let them know what it is you're thinking about and going through, and what decisions you're trying to come to, and try, you know, what changes you're trying to make in your life. They may want to know. They might be very interested in that. What is hidden from you this week is the Five of Cups, which is grief and sadness. So I there's some cards that I love it when they're hidden from you, and that would be one of them. So I don't feel like it's that sort of week. It doesn't feel like a very down week. You might just, like I said, want to be alone with your thoughts a little bit. Might be a good time to get out in the nice crispy fall weather, take a walk, and just kind of think your own thoughts. What is it? How do you want to move forward this month in your own life, in this cycle? Are there changes that you want to make? Do you want to be, better at your job? Do you want to move up a space in your job? Promotion wise with your job, is there something there? Again, it also could be something having to do with your housing. It's something about the material world. So, all right, final words from the Soul Oracle deck. Final word for Aquarius: rejuvenate. And that very well could be with that hermit mode, that it is kind of a rejuvenation period. It's okay to go within and be quiet. We don't have to be social 24/7. And especially, like I said, at the beginning of this cycle, the beginning of the week, rest a little, go within, get quiet, take a walk. All right, for self-care this week, Aquarius, let's see what you need to be doing. The card that you get this week is the card that says love. Love people, love them with all your heart. Just be sure to love yourself first. So, yeah, take care of you. You have to go within, but also, again, I do think this is about letting your partner in on your thoughts, your ideas, kind of goal setting, where you want to go, and what they think about things that are going on in your life right now. Because I feel like, you are looking within, but you also need to look to your partner. You're with them because you do trust what they have to say. So go ahead, put it out there to them, and let's hear what they do have to say and get them involved a little bit. So, Aquarius, thank you so much for being here with me this week. I do hope there was something that you can take away and use in your life from this reading. I do post readings every week, so come back next time and we'll see if this energy continues or if there's a completely new energy and story here for you next week. Also, if you like my reading style, of course, please hit like and subscribe. I really appreciate that. As a newer YouTuber, it kind of pushes me out in the algorithm, and I love that. So thank you so much before even doing that. Also, if you do that, it'll help you find me next week where you can come back and see where the story goes. So thanks so much, Aquarius, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.